guys are good to go whenever.
Alright.
Just give me a countdown.
Alright, we good?
Yep.
Alright.
Go ahead and mute yourself, TGE.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so I'm Jdlinkmaster, and I'm going to be speedrunning Zelda Twilight Princess for this marathon for charity. And I have my commentator here with me, TLoZ.
Hello. I'm TLoZ, and I'm like the documentation nerd of Twilight Princess, doing all the stuff for people and can't really run myself properly. Well, I can, but I'm slow, so yeah.
It's good stuff. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be getting onto the other side of this gate using a rock. Because how else would you pull that off, you know?
So,
oh,
the first minute of this run is super confusing. You will see him.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing the... I have to do the setup.
Yeah, obviously. He will do weird stuff now, he will die, and we boot a console or we boot the game on the same frame, he dies.
And I have the sword.
And yeah, magic happens. I'm super
GG.
So this is called Back in Time. Basically what you guys need to know, the title screen of Twilight Princess is like a save file booting up on the on a stripped down version of Hyrule Field map, where Link already has the sword, the shield, Epona tamed, and all this stuff, and this skips a ton. If we void out there, we can actually use this like a normal save file and can save. And we load this up, so we spawn in South Farron and have sword, shield, all this stuff. Skip a ton. Sadly, this actually wiped our names for Link and Epona, so the names are back to Link and Epona now. But deep in our heart, it's still like Mofat, and Link was called... I forgot about it. Donut DS, so yeah.
Yep, this is Donut DS. Although the file names are gone now, putting them in was still fun. Back in Time takes off the file names and replaces them with the default names because it's kind of a dummy version of the game that is used to make the title screen cutscene. In short words.
Yeah, I just described that.
This cave might seem really dark. Just give me a second to leave it.
So basically, what we achieved with using Back in Time, besides other stuff, we completely skipped the tutorial in the beginning, the first few days in Odin, where you have to help the people around there and, like, hurt the goats, or the first version of those goats, and getting slingshot and all this stuff. We skipped items, we skipped people, and all this.
So I just got the small key. I'm gonna need this to clip through the gate on the other side of this big area. Luckily, I mean, unluckily, you can't clip through it, surprisingly, to be honest. But it's only like a minute.
I'm almost half a minute behind you, sadly, but okay. Need to work with that. So usually you're not supposed to wear the hero clothes here, so Link would usually wear his like civilian clothes and all stuff, and the game's just a bit messed up because we use this weird file. And using Back in Time has so many stuff changed in the game. Like when we turn to Auden the next time, the game is like thinking, okay, you completed like more than a third of the game already, and the people are acting differently because of that. So we will get the first item in like 4 minutes, which is usually
nice.
an item you get super late. Nice side hop.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. It's all good.
So
if you notice, right there when I was mashing through TLoZ text, he was blinking a lot. Just a funny little thing.
oh, he was. Oh yeah. Wow. So text is basically instant in this game if you use A and B to skip it. The fastest version for any percent in this game is actually German, which is kind of weird, but it is.
It's like 5 seconds faster.
Yeah, it's 5.6 seconds faster than English. And text is exactly 16 frames slower than on Japanese. But the Japanese version of the game is the latest build of the game, having a really important glitch fixed, and therefore it is like 20 minutes slower. So German version is the fastest version. Or German text on PAL is the fastest.
Nice goats. I got sub 30.
Cool. Task goals are like 14 seconds, and like RTA possible goals is like fastest is like 17. But on average you will get 20 and 30.
Alright, so we're gonna use the back in time glitch flag that we set to get the iron boots early while we're here. And wrestling is gonna be a requirement for that. And wrestling is terrible because it has a lot of RNG, and you never know what he's gonna do. But I'll just try to see how good the RNG is this time.
Yeah, sadly, you can't change the RNG or manipulate the RNG, because Bo, the major that you basically decides like a split second before you have to decide which attack he is using, and there's no RTA way to like manipulate that. He has 3 different attacks or moves that he can use. He can dodge you, he can move aside, and he can like stand still, but that's rarely happening, so.
Alright, so that was a good first round. One of the fastest rounds you can get, actually.
Let's see what you did there.
He just let me grab him straight away, both times.
Oh yeah. So a fastest way to finish him is actually slapping him and then pushing him off in one go, which requires you to mash at least 12 times a second. If you manage to mash 12 a second, you will push him off in one. So this time he...
That was interesting. Okay. I still got sub 8 boots, nice.
Yeah, we'll be around 8 minutes, I guess. So...
So I'm gonna be making a save on a separate file now to set up a glitch that I'm doing later called back in time equipped. Oh, I saved over the wrong file. I'm dumb. Let me just fix that real quick.
It doesn't matter. Actually, it's faster to overwrite the first file.
I always overwrite the file that I'm on currently.
Yeah, that's the fastest, but you can do whatever.
Oh, nice. I got the bonk loading zone.
Nice. So yeah, within the run we use all 3 of the save file slots, although after like 30 minutes we only use 1, but in the early game it's needed to have all these slots. Of course we will hop back and forth between several save files.
Yeah. Also, I'm able to hear my voice echo back at me. Is the stream picking that up?
Oh, it could be me. My microphone giving you an echo, I'm not sure.
Right here, I'm gonna do a little trick here that saves about like 2 frames. It's called box breaker. Oh wait, I waited too long.
You shouldn't be able to hear yourself, because Maybe if we are speaking at the same time. Maybe.
So we're just gonna go through the castle sewers now as a wolf, as fast as possible.
Yeah, there's nothing much to it. There are no glitches or something, just a few text skips and first frame jumps and stuff, but nothing else. That's basically the only part of the game that's completely done as intended, because there's nothing else we could do to skip stuff. Actually, you need that cutscene right there with Midna saying, hey, there's this weird ghost, to get the ability to use sense mode. Which we need quite often later. You get this in this little cutscene.
Yeah, it's pretty useful, especially in Arbiter's Grounds.
Yeah. You need it there, actually.
Definitely. So I just dash canceled there. How do I explain this? Dash canceling is like, if you dash, the game has a cooldown before you can dash again, but if you dash and jump off a ledge, or jump, anything like that, right after the dash, you can dash again right when you hit the ground. So hitting B, I missed that tech skip, I do that sometimes. Hitting B, right after you dash, is a dash cancel and lets you dash again instantly, so it's good for jumping over gaps.
So this is the tech skip I talked about, he suddenly missed it. So if you jump in the right angle and basically hit down the rocks but still land aside from the stairs, Midnight won't pop up and say, hey, you have what were you doing there? What were you thinking? So it's a kind of precise jump, but it only saves like 0.8 seconds. So it's not that bad.
See if I can do this. I'm able to time that tech skip outside the sewers by skipping the cutscene and hitting A right after that. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna be doing the Sacred Grove back in time equipped.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's,
Just so you know.
Useful. That is useful. I was wondering, why are you doing the tech skip? But okay. There are several ways to do the third save file, and Jdlinkmaster is doing it in a different way that doesn't require to load this area right here, so he can do this tech skip. So...
Oh, they almost got me, but I made it. The birds.
Yeah, that's what new runners often experience during their first attempts, that like they are too slow on the roofs and the car rocks come up and just mash them into the ground. So coming up is like the hardest trick.
It's one of the big three. I call it the big three. Pillar clip, gorge skip,
Yeah.
and sword shield skip.
There.
But I've been practicing it a lot for this, and I'll just be focusing for it, so I'll probably not be talking much.
Yeah, it's okay, I will explain it.
So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this Boblin over here, the enemy. He's going to follow me all the way to the bridge, and I'm going to use him to manipulate my jumping. And I'll be able to skip a trigger that makes him have me turn back. And I'll get straight to the trigger that allows me to get into the Twilight, basically. Because I can't even get the sword and shield if I wanted to because of the back in time glitch messing everything up.
And what's kind of weird is we see the sword and shield back on Link's back, but if we go to Orden Village, it won't be there. So and it wouldn't be there, but the game doesn't have these two items in the inventory, and therefore it doesn't recognize the weapons. So it would be a dead end if we couldn't skip the trigger like this. But let's see how Link does it.
I got it.
And it's nice. And it's RNG when and how this guy's swings, so He needs to be in a super precise spot. That was good.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty quick one.
And when you actually start out learning this game, this is like a downer for most people, because it takes a real big amount of time to learn it, and if you don't have save states on emulator or something, it's super frustrating to learn, because if you hit him once, you have to reset by voiding out to be able to try again, and it's like taking a long ass time between every attempt. So learning this trick on console is like the worst.
So those are good Shadow Beasts. It's actually impossible to kill all three of them at the same time without the Midna B charge. Also, we're not going to bother to get the light vessel here. We can just skip all that.
Yeah. In Farron, we actually do incredible stuff to skip tons of game content. So, the vessel is not needed, finishing Farron, Force Temple is not needed, talking to all the people there isn't needed, yeah. It will, this area will stay in the dark, in the shadows, until we beat the game. So, you can see Linkmaster splits, but if you would see his splits, you would see his next split is called Master Sword, and that's kinda interesting, because the Master Sword is something you get, like Zelda typical super late. But in this game, we have a different approach.
Oh wait, my next split says Master Sword? That must be a mistake.
Yeah.
I don't understand. What could possibly allow you to get the Master Sword so early?
Yeah.
I guess we're about to find out. So this is a somewhat precise trick.
Yeah, position is precise, and the angle is precise. And there's
But you kind of just get a
RNG
feel
to
for it.
Yeah. There's a little RNG to it, too.
Like right there. Let's go get the Master Sword.
So the Shadow Beast has like two different swings, one being super fast and making it like impossible to get up there. But as you just saw, with the area attack, he can get up higher, jump over, and there's the Sacred Grove. So
This is where I should be saving. Now we're all good.
So on this area right here is again pretty much just movement optimization. And
Oh, nice.
A few like quick climbs where you approach a ledge at a specific angle, so Link like clips into a wall and this gives the climbing animation, which makes it a little bit faster. And we have
That was
to
a
kill
convenient arc.
or attack this Skull Kid 3 times, and then he will just give us a little fight where he calls his puppets around us and blows his horn, and we will just kill him. But yeah, Sacred Grove is not really that interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Some things can go wrong kind of often for me in the final fight part of it, but it should be okay. As long as I'm careful. I won't make any dumb mess-ups. What was that? That was a weird jump. I'm stupid.
Oh yeah, this jump. It's not important. It's just about not hitting the water and not losing time. Missed it there. Oh yeah, wrong direction. Also, Sacred Grove is kind of confusing at first because it changes its patterns and doors after every hit. Luckily, it's always the same, so we runners know where to go.
The only thing you really should worry about for this fight is getting too close to Skullkin and making him disappear too early. So you just kind of want to back up.
Yeah, especially since if you scare him away and he moves to a different like rock, he's so high up that you have to like jump in a weird way to get to him. So you want to end him in the best possible 3 cycles. And we're just wasting time between the hits, so because we only can hit him when he's blowing his horn.
Yeah.
So we just have to get some rupees and hearts.
Okay, so now we're done with the fight. Next up is the puzzle that you do with the statues to get to the Master Sword. At this point, it's kind of just muscle memory. A lot of people in their casual playthroughs go on the internet and look up the solution, like I did my first time. But now I just have it memorized, because that's faster.
And there are several, like, slower solutions than the one we use for speedrunning here. You can do it either way, but it's usually left, then down, then 3 times up, 2 times right, 3 times down, left up. There are other solutions, but this is definitely the fastest and the one that requires the lowest amount of jumps. Who's talking? Just got a notification. Oh, yeah. Also, Twilight Princess is like the last Zelda game, apparently, where you can skip the cutscenes. Like, in all games afterwards, you couldn't. But in this case, a few cutscenes are unskippable, like Master Sword cutscene, which is like 1:30.
Yeah, it's kind of long, but we're gonna be able to warp and transform really, really early. And that's extremely useful for the whole run in general. Before the point where you would normally have the Master Sword. My chair creaks a lot, sorry about that.
But yeah, with getting the Master Sword, we basically broke the game in half. We can now switch between Wolf and Human whenever we want. We can warp. Well, we don't have many spots to warp to yet, but we can warp. And this like gives us the opportunity to make this game our own and do whatever we want in whatever order we want. And next up, we will just go to Forest Temple, grab the first really, really important item, maybe the most important item, and then leave, because we don't need to finish Forest Temple. Who wants to finish dungeons anyway? Like, boring.
Oh yeah, I know.
Bosses are boring. Also, I'm kind of surprised chat is not going nuts over the stuff we are doing here. Like, dude, we just got the Master Sword 23 minutes in. People, get up some hype. I mean,
We need some hype in this chat. Come on.
yeah. It's like rocket science.
I got a first framer there. So second faster because mana doesn't stop you.
Where?
Oh, we got some hype.
Oh, that's the hype. Great.
There's the hype.
Kinda late, but we're dealing with it. It's okay.
Oh wait, yeah, I'm done. Okay, so this is where I'm going to be doing back in time equipped.
Okay. So yeah, now stuff gets complicated.
It's back in time, except it's more complicated, basically. So get ready.
So what he does, he like dies again. He, like we did in the beginning, he jumps off the cliff and resets the game. On the same frame that Link would die, and we respawn on the title screen. And his title screen has a specific spawn point. And if we do the same thing with restarting the game on the while Link is dying again, we can use the load menu to confuse the game and use the spawn file, the spawn point on the title screen on another map. In this case, right here in this Bubbling 1 fight. That's supposed to happen later in the game. When you start this fight, a flag in the game is like counting down from a really high number to 0. And if we restart the game while the cutscene is playing, this number will stop to go down and it will like stay on a value higher than 10 or something. And this is actually called the boss flag, and if this boss flag has a value higher than 0, we can have
Nice.
bosses spawn immediately, or and have several other effects like the monkey, like messing with the monkeys in Forest Temple, and you will see soon what I mean. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of messed up there. On the bright side of my PB, I failed back in time equip because I pressed start too early.
So now we go into Forest Temple, and it's like the shortest dungeon ever, you will see.
Yeah, we're not gonna kill the boss or anything like that. We're just here for the boomerang. That's all. We need that boomerang. We're gonna use this rock to knock down those spiders, one of them at least, because we don't have the slingshot. And if the other spider doesn't cooperate, we can kill him as a wolf.
And those spiders are RG2, so you couldn't skip both of them by just climbing past them, but it's like...
Yeah, I have to get him down. Alright. So we're gonna kill him as a wolf like this. Can't do that as a human.
You could always get the second nut to kill this bug too, because it's faster than transforming wolf, but...
Yeah, but I never go for it because sometimes it breaks itself.
Yeah. The nut sometimes breaks itself, and you can actually miss if you use the nut, so...
It's easier to hit the left spider than the right one.
Yeah, it is. So, we just don't care about the big spider here.
So you might be wondering, why do I have 4 monkeys? Well, that's because of the glitch I just did. It sets a flag in the game that just does that. I have no idea how to explain it, though. It's so complicated.
Yeah, I explained it earlier.
Yeah.
I did explain it. So, since the value I was talking about earlier was stopped before it went down to 0 again, it's like on a higher value that, besides deciding if a boss spawns immediately or not, decides on how many monkeys you already saved. So, wow. So since it's on a high value, the monkeys are already there, and we skip all
That's good
the
RNG.
stuff we do in Forest Temple.
Really good RNG, dude. Nice. In fact, I may be ahead.
I can tell you. Yeah, this will be 31:20, so you're 9 seconds ahead.
Nice.
Cutscene here is exactly 46 seconds. So
You timed it?
there. Yeah, we timed it back in the day.
That's useful.
So, this fight against Ook, the monkey here, has some weird bug where sometimes when you hit his ass, the game will just hardlock and crash, and you have to reset. But it barely happens, and with Master Sword, it never seems to happen just with the normal sword. We don't really know why it happens, but sometimes it does. So it's a pain in the ass for glitchless runners.
So we're gonna save and quit here so that we get to the beginning of the dungeon, so we can just straight out leave and then warp.
And
It's a fast exit.
That's all we did for Forest Temple. We will never see it again.
Nope. We'll never see the oh wait, just kidding. I was wrong.
Yeah, we will see the forest again, but only for a bit.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll be coming back to it a few times. Hopefully I get that Gorge Void. That'd be neat.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
My PB actually does not have it, so it's kind of a free time save.
Yeah, you have like a 21-minute whistle segment, so you have like over 2 minutes to save there.
So since we haven't either beaten the Forest Temple or cleared the Twilight, Midna normally wouldn't let us leave this and go to Hyrule Field, but we can skip the trigger that makes her tell you that with the boomerang that we just got. So I'm gonna set it up. That was a fast setup. And we're out.
So what he did there is using a long jump attack. A long jump attack is basically the same thing he used to skip the sword and shield earlier, but using the boomerang. Basically, what the game does is whenever you target something that's above a void, like not solid ground, or just above you, Link will jump to it, no matter how far away it is. And this is used to skip tons of content of the game. We jump over triggers like there. Now, right now he will jump over the mailman trigger there to skip the mailman.
Yes,
we use
mailman
it to-
skip.
Yeah, we use it to jump over big gaps like the void we will see right now. And in dungeons it's used, and it's like the most useful item in the game.
Should I go for Human Gorge Void or Wolf Gorge Void?
To be honest, I don't think Human Gorge Void is that much better. Like, it's still...
Because if you're mashing 2 buttons, it's not as effective.
Yeah, you won't... If you mash 2 buttons, you won't mash either one as fast as if you only mash one, so I don't...
But my new controller is honestly bad at first framers. But we'll see how it goes.
So, this trick here is called Gorge Void, and after killing the messengers, he has to hit A on one specific frame. So, exactly one frame on in a 30 FPS game. And if he does, he just jumps into the void, dies, and a Midna text is skipped saying, "Hey, there's no bridge, please."
Yeah, I
search
missed
for
it.
the bridge." So if you get it, you save a minute and 5 seconds. If you miss it, you lose a minute and 5 seconds. So that's...
I just lost a minute and 5 seconds. Actually, no, I didn't because my PB didn't have it either.
Yeah, but that's all there is to it. Just...
I once tried using several wavebirds on one receiver to mash A on all of them, and it didn't work because only one controller can connect to a Wii, I guess, with that
But
method.
most runners actually time it these days, because the visual cue for it is not too bad, so you can time it. And a lot of people have like a consistency over 70% or over 80% actually.
I suppose that'll be a good thing to practice.
Yeah, but it's still a 1 frame trick, so you can't be sure to get it every time.
Forgot what I was doing for a second. I need focus.
Yeah. So now he's doing the Pharaoh escape thing again, where he uses the boomerang to jump over the trigger. And oh, yeah. And depending on if you get Gorge Void or not, the route
Oh wow.
changes a bit.
Okay, that's a huge time loss. You can count that as a death if you want.
What did happen?
I'm doing bad at Fair and Escape because I'm dumb.
Oh.
There, that'll work. I think I was in the wrong position actually.
Yeah, you were kind of far back, actually.
The camera angle was just off. My chair creaks a lot.
It's not that bad though. So yeah, this trick is really precise, because the trigger is kind of big, and you really need to jump past it in full, with all of Link's models, so you need to be precise on the setup. So here there are 2 ways to progress in the game. Although most runners just do the regular route where you just go to Lanaria straight, but you can do a different route here.
I'm just going ahead and doing Linear Clip.
Yeah.
Okay, that worked.
It looks kind of funny for newcomers to the game.
Yeah, you get a really good view of Epona right here. A really good view of Mofat.
Although she's not called.
And we're just gonna hope RNG does good here. You can bonk 1 time and get it, you can bonk 50 times and get it, it just depends.
What basically happens, you bonk into the gate, and the gate swinging animation like changes every time you bonk into it. It's not RNG, but it like frame progresses every time you bonk into it. It's kind of weird. And if you like roll into it and you hit the right frame, Epona's butt will just push you through the gate. So
basically,
that was okay.
It's a good
It
trick.
was okay.
Here's one of the big 3. Pillar clip. I'll need to focus for this too, probably.
Yeah, I can explain it if you want.
Some days I'll be better at it, some days I won't.
I can explain it if you want.
Go ahead.
So, we want to get into Lake Bed Temple, which is on ground of Lake Hylia. Like, usually we would do a lot of stuff and get the Zora armor, which allows us to breathe on the water. But we don't want to get that, because it's slow and you need lots of items, and we don't have that. So we use really precise movement to get there right before the air meter goes out and Link drowns. But that's kinda hard, because it really is close. So we get down here, we see this pillar, and then clip through this pillar and out of bounds and swim into the loading zone. It's really close. And back in the day when we didn't have a setup, this was like a run killer every other attempt. But with this setup, it's not that hard anymore.
I didn't even do the setup.
Yeah, you did like half of the setup. Also, you can't really swim underwater without Zora armor, but if you use iron boots and equip them and unequip them, you can like swim normally.
So we don't have any bombs. Oh, sorry, you can go.
After Pilclip, you're stuck in this water tunnel and you would drown there because you don't have Zora armor and can't reach the surface before drowning. But since we have the Master Sword, the game is saying, okay, you already finished Laker Temple, but because usually you can only get the Master Sword after finishing it.
Oh.
So if we just save up there, you will like land in the first room of Laker Temple.
Oh, nice. Okay, so since we didn't have any bombs, I used the boomerang to long jump attack over all of those stalactites that you would normally blow up. And there's a cool long jump attack here too. It's a pretty neat one. Double staircase LJA.
Yeah, it's not hard at all, but it looks super cool. Just two rather precise targets and then jumping twice, but it's not hard and looks cool.
Now we're gonna get the man chicken from outer space.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hello, Regan.
Gonna be careful about this dive here. Got it.
Yeah, cool head dive where Link just dives onto solid ground.
Which would normally cause head trauma of some sort. But Link's just too cool for that.
So, Uku, the man chicken we just got, is used to be able to leave a dungeon at any point and warping back if we want to.
So, you know that complicated back-in-time glitch I did that made it so I had 4 monkeys in the Forest Temple? Another thing that did was make it so I can activate this boss fight early. And that makes it so I can get the claw shot without bombs and super early too.
Yeah. That's also due to the flag I described earlier. It's just set to a value above 1, and if it says boss fights start immediately, and it gets reset by the next boss fight we enter. So we enter this room, look out when the boss fight starts, and just set the value back to 0 or back to 1, I'm not even sure anymore. And we can start this fight immediately. Is post-skip gonna be done with act in chat?
Yeah. Oh, I missed the 1 cycle. I don't know why I said 10 cycle. That would be kind of bad.
Yeah.
And I did get that in my PB, so that's a time loss.
You can get a 1 cycle here where you have to deliver 10 individual slashes to the tongue. But you only have 7 spare frames.
There's also that 1
here,
tadpole.
Yeah, you only have 7 spare frames here, so if you just are a bit off on the slashes, you will miss the 1 cycle. And it's like a 30-second time loss.
Yeah, there's always that 1
Always
tadpole
use
that you
a
don't
bomb.
hit.
Other categories use a bomb here to make the 1 cycle free, but in any percent it's not that easy.
So now we have the claw shot. It's a good thing to have. Sure. Okay. Ten cycle hype. That would be like 10 minutes long. No, 5 minutes long actually.
Yeah, 10 cycle would be like seriously long.
It'd be like 1 hit per 1 hit per cycle.
So the safe warping to get back to the beginning of the dungeon thing is like the standard behavior in Zelda games. We will use it several times. And this time we will just immediately Uku out, use the man chicken to get out. And we will come back later to finish the dungeon, because Lake the Temple is one of the rare dungeons you actually need to finish in this game.
Yeah, it's required for getting access to Arbiter's Grounds because you need to complete MDH for that, Midnight's Desperate Hour.
Yeah.
So there's a fight coming up with the Kargarok, and there's a way to skip it. I'll be doing that.
It's risky though, because if you mess up the skip here, and get grabbed by the Kargarok while the rider still dies, the game just crashes. And
Yeah, we don't want that.
That would be a sick time loss, because the last time we saved is like 2 minutes ago. And you had to would have to reboot the whole console, so it would be like 3 minutes actually.
Alright, he's coming. I don't have the boots equipped. Alright, got it.
Cool.
Yeah, I found a good method for it.
Yeah. So what happens? Basically all land enemies die as soon as they touch the water, because Nintendo was too lazy to make swimming animations for them properly. So yeah, we lure the Kargarok into the water. The ride on top touches the water, dies, and that way we skip all the fighting stuff. This flight is kind of boring. There's nothing much to it.
It's one of the most boring parts of the run in my opinion, but... Oh yeah, you do it twice, but the second way is about halfway through only.
And actually there's a way to make it faster. Right at the beginning of the flight you can use a little rock on top of the ceiling to get out of bounds and ride the Kargarok all the way around the cave up to the top. And it saves like a few seconds, but the clip itself is extremely hard, and that makes nobody's doing it RTA, because it's just really, really hard, and if you miss it, you will board out in like 10 seconds at least. The ride itself is not easy either too, because you have to follow a really specific path out of bounds, and it's not really easy to tell if you're too far left or right or too high up.
Now we're gonna go get the portal for Zora's Domain, and we're gonna come back to it later, because we still haven't completed the Elden Vessel, or even gotten it yet.
Yeah, this segment is like one of the longest segments in the entire run. And actually one of the hardest, so or not hard, but one of the most optimization needing segments in the run. You have to do so much stuff that you can improve on. Like the clip, like the linear view gate clip, like Deku Toad 1 cycle, and all this movement. So there's really, really good runners get around 18-minute segments with Gorge Void. But you need Gorge Void, which is hard, and you need everything perfect to get like 18 minutes, so that's rarely achieved.
Oh no. Ah, okay, we're good. One of them hit me, but it's all good.
Whenever you fight those shadow beasts, you kinda have to be careful with these walls that knock you off, because most of the time you will just jump into them and miss one of the shadow beasts, and that will make you have to start all over again, just like...
Yeah, it's absolutely awful when there are 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
We're gonna go and do Fair and Escape just one more time. If you get Gorge Void, you only have to do it twice, but since I missed it, this is gonna be the last time. I'll go back to Kakariko Gorge and do Gorge Skip, which is a somewhat difficult trick, but I find it to be consistent if you practice it enough.
Yeah. And it's looking super cool.
If you set it up quickly, you have plenty of time to aim, so...
And actually, this trip right here is all the reason Goldfoot saves like minute 5, because now we have to do Forest Escape again, and go back all the way to Eldin, and do this stuff there, and that's just doubled if you miss Goldfoot,
So we'll also be doing a mailman skip again.
yeah. So you're not doing the new-ish rupee roll method, are you?
There's mailman skip.
Yeah, we hopefully won't see a mailman in this run because he's annoying and slow and nobody wants him.
Even though he's the hero of the American people, we won't be seeing him.
The hero of the American people. Nice. So now we're doing rupee roll, which is
Yeah, this is gonna be gore skip.
a really nice looking track right here.
Nice setup. Nice. That was pretty quick.
Cool. So we dig out the rupee, aim at the, go to a specific spot on the ground, and then we aim like this. And actually Link jumps towards the boomerang like always, but grabs the rupee mid-air while he's on the fence. And if you grab a rupee and get the text box, Link is set into a standing animation, and from there you can roll and we get over the fence. Then we can jump across the fence and get to this position where we can barely make it past the fence on the other side, and we skip a lot of stuff. Basically, by using this, we skip finishing Forest Temple, finishing Fair and Twilight, and warping the bridge over, which is like, I believe, 12 minutes. I'm not entirely sure.
Do you want to explain why I was hugging the wall there?
Oh yeah.
The Boblin trigger?
Is since we did back in time, the game is thinking, okay, you just finished Kakariko stuff and you just tamed the horse. So if you come back here after getting Iron Boots, which we also did, there's a trigger on the ground that triggers the King Boblin 1 fight, where the kids are taken hostage and you have to take him back, get them back. And this trigger there, the trigger is there on the ground, but if we just move right next to the wall, we can walk past it and skip it.
Yep. And now that I have the vessel, I'm gonna start collecting the bugs in this area. Because you do need to clear the Twilight and Eldin and Lanayru, just not Farron.
Yeah. And Eldin Twilight is actually one of the most fun segments of the entire game, because it's really technical and...
It's got some pretty cool tricks, like this one, where you can just side hop into a well and clip through. Pretty fun. We're hugging the wall because it likes warm hugs. That's a good way of putting it. I got one of them. I'm not very good at hitting all three of them in one B charge.
Oh yeah, you didn't even target the last one.
Yeah, that's something I kind of need to practice, but...
It was still pretty quick though.
I usually just chase them all down, which is funny. Now we're gonna do some bug manip, and we're going to Malamart for that. The #1 best place in this whole game, in my opinion. Because of its music.
It has super good music.
Manip. I just manipulated the bug so he would come down to me instead of having to go all the way up.
Fun fact, I actually made a GCMM, our memory card manager, which we use to use our save files to practice. I made a channel for that, for the Wii menu, which has Malamat music in the background.
It does? I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Yeah, barely anyone is using it, because if you have like Bluetooth hardware set up on your Wii, you don't need to use the Wii menu. But I use it frequently. So yeah, this whole hotel segment here is
Nice.
pretty cool too.
I'm gonna get this route because why not? Even though I'm doing post skip, just cause I don't know.
Rupee management is another thing in this run. We don't need lots of rupees, just 300 ones, and that's after Arbalest Grounds. To repair the cannon, to get up to City in the Sky, we need 300 rupees, and that's all we need in the entire run. And we get 200 in Snow Peak Ruins, basically, and the rest is just like picked up on the fly.
You can dash cancel across these roofs to go faster. After we climb up Barnes' Bomb Shop, there's a very interesting trick that is it's pretty cool to watch. There's a bomb house that you normally get 3 bugs in, but you can just skip it in a very interesting looking way. It's coming up right here.
Yeah, the game gets super confused here, which can easily tell.
Oh, I missed it, rip. The bug actually damaged me. I never missed this trick. Oh, now I have to do it normally. That's a huge time loss.
Yeah, it's like 40 seconds.
That's bad.
Yeah, you were too close to him, yeah. So, if you get it, you kill the bug before it enters the crawling space. And this lets the game think, okay, you already were in the house and killed the bugs. Because, as you can see now, the bugs like get fired up and die in the house and the house burns down. So if you kill the bug before it enters, the game thinks, okay, the house already burned down, and it will look like now.
So basically, the house looks like this instantly when you kill the bug.
Yeah. Exactly, and you just skip all the stuff with crawling in and.
So probably not much of a chance of a PB, but that's totally okay. This bug.
Yeah, best bug in the game.
I'm not good at side hopping over that rupee, but it's just okay.
Yeah, you can skip rupee text boxes by side hopping into it in a specific angle.
Nice.
But you will only delay it till next time, so if you want to skip a rupee text, you have to do it every time you get this kind of rupee.
What? There's a thing coming up called Quick Climb. There are very specific ledges in this game that you can climb onto, and it skips the animation for climbing, so it's faster, like this one right here.
Yeah, there are not many where I can do it. It's like 6 or 7 where I can do it.
The place with the most of them is a snow peak. Snow peak has
Yeah.
like a bunch. Nice.
Yeah,
Nah.
like 2.
I got hit by a geyser, now I have to dig the bug out.
Oh, if you have to dig the bug out, you will miss the quick steam cycle. Yeah, if you get hit by the what was I about to say? Oh, if you get hit here, you like have to dig the bugs out individually, which loses a ton of time. But the hitboxes of the steam are kind of weird, so sometimes it looks like you're off and you still get hit.
So as you can see, that portal had 4 Shadow Messengers, but I got them all fine.
So if you're really fast here, you will get a faster steam cycle than intended. Where you don't have to wait for the steam to end and can immediately jump on top of the mountain there. In this case, you couldn't because you got hit.
I think that was the fastest stream cycle. What do you think? I wasn't really able to tell.
Nah, it's the second one because you got hit by the steam earlier.
It's quite hard to get, really.
Yeah.
But regardless, it was good. I'm losing like a minute and a half, but like I said, it's fine. It's for charity, man.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So, Twilight Princess is a kinda depressing and nerve-shaking speedrun for winners, because
I should have gone for the Mallow jump. That would have been funny.
So yeah, you might want to explain potato skipping.
Yeah. I was gonna do it right after I warp this rock. So now that I'm back at Zora's Domain, I'm gonna do Rotilla cutscene skip. You use the Iron Boots as a human to just go underneath the water instead of over the pathway, and that skips her cutscene. Like this. And you can just go straight through.
You have to do it twice though, because we get here later too, and or later in the Twilight again, and then you have to do it again. But the trigger is cleared after you clear Lanavia Twilight, so only have to do it twice. Wagon, stop trolling. Wagon is actually a good runner of this game, but
He has a very good time.
he's acting like he doesn't know shit about the game.
At least that's a gold split.
Did you get the tech skip?
Did I get the tech skip?
Yeah,
Where?
tech skip after warping the media to Zora's Domain.
Oh, the Rotella skip?
Yeah, before we telescape, you can warp the rock to Zora's Domain and then jump out of the midnight text, which saves like 5 seconds.
Oh, is it a first framer?
Yeah.
Oh, I actually didn't know about that one. Thanks for...
Yeah, it's a side hop. If you do a side hop and jump out of the trigger, you completely skip the magnet text, and this midnight text is super long, so it's really useful.
Yeah, good to know.
So, Lanavia Twilight kinda looks boring, but there's a lot of stuff to optimize here too. There's nothing much of tricks and stuff.
I've got 3 gold splits this run. Although I did clean my sum at best. So use dash canceling to go across those stepping stones quickly, and then get this tier. Now we're gonna warp to Castle I'm stupid. Source Domain, and get the bugs up there. Let's get the bug on this wall. Nice jump. Then you do Rattel skip again, because her cutscene is still there. Except this time, we're not going to go all the way down the waterfall. We're going to stop ourselves and go to the side, so that we can do a fast way of getting these bugs. That was actually kind of close. Luckily, that didn't fail. Waited a little bit. So you can do a cool drop here that just takes you straight down to a bug.
Oh yeah, that was kinda close. Actually, there's a different method of getting out of the water here. You can stay in the water and side hop right on the edge of the waterfall, which is sort of like a 3-frame window, and if you get it, you will just side hop up onto this platform there, which is faster but pretty tight. So.
Yeah, these lily pad bugs can be really bad. I'm still trying to get the second one. I can't get him. There we go. That was kind of slow. Now we're gonna get the bug up here and kill it before it digs into the ground. Just jump off the side and leave.
So yeah, there's not much to say about linear Twilight. You just get the bugs.
It's a pretty straightforward segment.
Yeah. In the HD version of the game, it's a bit faster because there are less bugs or less tiers to collect, and you don't have to wait for this bug transforming into tier animation because you get the tiers instantly. So it's a bit.
Yeah, it's really
faster.
nice.
And right here, you zoom out the camera to reduce lag, because this game kinda was poorly optimized for the Wii, because it was, no, it wasn't even poorly optimized for the Wii. It came out on the GameCube, and it brought the GameCube to its limits, so it's laggy at some points. It's not consistently 30 FPS, so we zoom out here to reduce the lag. The Wii version lagged too, though, so yeah, it was kind of poorly optimized for me, I think.
I bumped. Oh no. Actually, this could work. Yeah, it's good.
What were you doing? Oh, for the Shadow Beast, sir.
Yeah, at Castletown.
So these,
Is dash canceling through Castletown is fast, right?
Yeah, dash cancel.
But I always forget to do it.
So what he's doing, he will just dash and then immediately cancel it by using a B attack. And do this all the time while moving through Castletown. And it looks slow, but it's still fast, because Wolflink is moving super slow in Castletown. So by using this...
Yeah, he actually moves at different speeds in different areas. Like Hyrule Field, he goes really fast.
Yeah. The dash canceling here makes it like 3 seconds faster.
I don't know. I'm not going to tell Bar, silly. Good, I got the manip. Oh, just kidding, I lost it.
Yeah, this block is super trolly too, like... Oh, nice sign, by the way. Now we know that's TLoZ right there.
Yeah, who knew? Now we're gonna just kind of finish up our bug collection in Lake Hylia, because there aren't any more bugs anywhere else. Where is he? There he is. You can make the howling look like a heart monitor. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna collect the 4 bugs on this river, and after we get the 4th one, we're just gonna hit a wall on purpose and abort so that we can get back to Lake Hylia.
So after this Kagarok flight, we only have 2 more bugs to collect, and the final bug is like a boss fight, where you can do a bit of stuff to make the fight faster.
Thanks, Lennox. So you tell Midna no, and then you'll respawn conveniently right next to the second to last bug. It's really fast.
Yeah.
You could just kind of go like this, and it's dead. Because it's basically right behind you.
And now final bug is coming up.
Yeah, this bug has some technical tricks to it. You can manipulate him with, you can do RNG manip if you stand on the edge of the board, and you can get him to come at you from the direction you want him to. And you can use that to do a certain trick, but I'm not that great at it. I did get it in my PB though, once. You can do it up to 2 times because he does 3 cycles. That's the first time, that's normal. You go out to the edge of this board, you just look like that. And it actually manipulates when he comes at you, depending on when you target him, kind of.
Yeah, he is basically checking where you are.
I timed that wrong.
So yeah, he's coming right at you, and you do 2 backflips and 2 back hops, and then jump at him. And if you jump too fast, he's too low on the ground, he will just bounce you off. And if you're too late, he will go up into the air, but if you do it correctly, you can immediately jump him. Maybe he gets a second trade.
There's a quick kill here, kind of. Yeah, I got it. If you charge the B attack and attack him right, like let go of it right when you're basically at the edge of his body, instead of jumping all around him and killing him after like 3 seconds or so, it'll just kill him instantly.
Yeah, and that's due to the water canceling your your area attack, because you can't area attack in the water, and you fall into the water as you release the attack. So
Warp to Zora's domain.
So now we're getting bomb bags, because we need bombs to have it have the wheels out of the game.
What we're gonna do to get our first bomb bag, which is a temporary one, because you're not supposed to have it with you at all times, we're gonna steal it from Isa, which is not intended. Yeah, I'll go on the right side here. I don't know what I'm doing. You can use Uku to steal the bomb bag that she gives you temporarily, and just go to like that temple with it. Yeah, man, the glitch cutscene is pretty funny. You may have seen it at SGDQ 2013 or 14, what was it?
13.
Yeah, when Mofat did it. Mofat, our horse. This is the Howling Stone we're going to be using to get the ending blow later. Because you need that to kill Ganondorf.
And usually you get that right after finishing Farron Twilight, so the first Twilight we were in. Right before Forest Temple, but since we never finished the Twilight, the Golden Wolf never appeared and we skipped it.
What
so
was that?
Later.
My controller stopped responding for a second, right at the end of the song.
Oh, weird.
Hmm. This is the Requiem of Spirit. It's a pretty nice piece. Transform behind the sign because obviously she can't see you. I didn't pull my sword.
So yeah, now we are whipping the girl, she's called Isa, off by making her trusting us, then stealing her bomb back and never coming back.
Yep.
Which is kind of mean, but
it's
that's how
mean,
we
but
roll.
it's fast.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
We were sacrificing human interaction and social behavior for speed, which is a good trade, in my opinion.
Now, a lot of people are going to be wondering why I'm going to be emptying my bomb bag right here. The reason is I have normal bombs out so I can have water bombs instead. And that chest right behind me is what's going to give me the water bombs for now. So this takes a second, but it's fast. This is cramping my arm.
Actually, there is an even faster method to drop the bombs, but it's really hard.
It's hard to do without messing up 30 times in a row. Like, hard
Yeah,
to do 30
exactly.
times in a row.
So nobody's...
Like,
oh,
if you
barely.
stand in front of the pool with your back facing it, and then pull your sword out to drop the bombs, you can do it that way, but it's kind of hard to get 30 times in a row and do it quickly. So I just mashed the bomb button. We're going to be warping back to Zora's Domain, and we're going to be getting a permanent bomb bag. Because the temporary bomb bag, the Lent bomb bag, it goes away when you save the game. It's when you either save the game, quit the game, or like beat more fuel. Because when you beat more fuel, the game asks you if you want to save, and that makes it so the bomb bag goes away. So you want to get a permanent one from this.
Sadly, we have to empty this bomb back again, so you will see more bomb dropping.
Yes, but it'll be in kind of an optimized manner. I'll do it as I go, kind of, and then I'll drop the rest of them off wherever, at the Lake Bed Temple. Rocket Link. So I just used a glitch to shoot myself back to the top of the domain, so I wouldn't drown on my way back up. I have no idea what happened there.
This works because usually when you want to pull out a bomb, the game checks, okay, either you're on solid ground or you're underwater and wear the iron boots. But here, we are underwater, have the iron boots equipped and pull out a bomb, and then we force unequip the iron boots by equipping another item over it. And the game thinks, okay, you were holding a bomb and you dropping it, so you must be on solid ground, because else you couldn't have a bomb. And the game behaves erratically and shoots you up to the top. And actually we can use this to swim with water bombs, and this will be used later too, and it's super important.
Okay, in my PB, I actually forgot to do map glitch, but I'm gonna explain map glitch real quick. What I just did with opening up the menu and then having Minna talk to me at the same time after that is, it's called map glitch. It basically disables all the loading zones, so I can just run straight through Snow Peak without the Reekfish scent, and I won't get voided out. I will be using that 2 times during this run. However, since at the end of this area you're supposed to dig into a dig spot to get into the cave, that would normally soft lock your game, but you can get out of map glitch by howling at the Howling Stone.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll be doing.
So map glitch changes Link's state in the game, so he can't interact with any loading zones. And this gets only disabled by leaving the map, which, for example, Howling Stones do. So we just use this Howling Stone to get out. Because else if you just dig into the hole, into this digging spot, Link will just fall through the ground and you won't be able to do anything. Because he can't interact with the loading zone taking you into the cave.
Now that we're in the cave, we're gonna do some more bomb dropping. I'll try to do it as best as I can. Sometimes I'm more optimized about it, sometimes not. I just blew myself up, trying to claw shot up there. What? How did the claw shot not reach that? The target was yellow. Interesting. Wow. There you are.
That was kinda a bad cave.
Yeah, a little bit. That was pretty bad. Hey, what's up, TGH? How goes it?
So now we're doing some snowboarding, and we're doing it blind because we're cool and we're fast.
Yep.
That's how we work.
Have any of you guys ever gone snowboarding with fog in front of your face? Probably not.
Don't do it, kids.
Yeah, it's
dangerous.
not recommended. You'll probably run into a tree and die. I am not on a spiritual journey, Yeto. I'm on a PB journey.
So we jump out of bounds using the boomerang, and we jump so far that the game thinks, okay, you died while snowboarding because you're so far down the mountain. This can't be a pre-snowboarding section. So the game respawns us right at the snowboard, and we skip fighting the messenger, the shadow beasts.
Exactly. We won't be needing that portal, so it's faster to actually skip it.
Yeah, and if you do that, the fog never gets cleared, so we kind of have to do the snowboarding section blindly, which is not that easy, but if you do it a couple
My
of
trick
times,
for that one hard jump is just go straight.
just go straight.
Just go straight. You'll probably make it. So jumping while snowboarding actually lets you go faster, but when it's foggy, it can be risky at some points. We're gonna be taking the shortcut.
Which some people who call themselves good at Twilight Princess don't do. Shoutouts to Wagon71, who's doing the slow snowboarding route.
Really?
He is.
Nice.
JK, obviously. But he is doing the slow route. It only saves like 8 or 9 seconds to do the faster route, but...
Well, that was a
still-
success.
Yeah.
It worked good.
And as you can tell, you can't really see a lot, so you kind of have to know where to go. The map is a pretty good cue, though you can use it to see where you are. So right here you can actually
Gold split.
jump over the midnight trigger if you want to, but it's kind of hard, and if you're not fast, you won't save any time. So we don't do it. Really.
Yeah, I still need to figure out my bomb dropping. I don't do it much. I don't do it enough. So we just claw shot through the ceiling, because that's a part of the floor that you can destroy with either a bomb or the ball and chain. So from underneath, it's actually not solid.
Yeah, Snow Peak is a bad dungeon in that regard. It's fully
I got bad RNG there.
bad RNG. Oh, you're doing the old LJA, I know.
Yeah, I don't do the new one.
The new one is good though.
I'll probably learn it though.
So yeah, you can do a double LJA here if you are lucky and the boomerang goes out of bounds on the way back again. Which is RNG. We don't know why, but sometimes the boomerang just refuses to go inside the wall and you won't be able to do a long jump attack.
I just clipped through the floor. This is honestly a pretty broken dungeon.
Yeah.
Clip through the floor using simple means.
Also, Link used the left door twice, which loses a few frames. So, the door animation on the right side is a few frames faster.
Oh.
Because Link is pushing the door instead
I
of
missed Freezer
pulling
skip
it.
somehow. I have no clue how.
So, casually, you are supposed to use the cannon right there to use a rock and a bomb to shoot the Freezer. But we don't like that because it's slow and we just jump past it, which didn't work out this time, but will now, I hope.
So that was Freezer skip. I just clipped to the other side of the freezer and opened the door from the inside in order to get in here. It's pretty interesting.
Yep. Darkhammer is an easy fight, you can just one-cycle him. The fastest way to kill him is using a bomb and a jump attack, but there are multiple ways to one-cycle him. So, really important cutscene here, because the game thinks, oh god, you probably missed that this guy had a giant ball and chain, so let's zoom in on the ball and chain to show you that there's a giant ball and chain on the ground. One of the most pathetic cutscenes in gaming history right there.
Yep. And it's just slow.
And
That's like the longest cutscene ever.
so now we get one of the 100 rupees, the orange rupees we need.
Yeah, we're about to get another orange rupee right here. So that's 200 out of 300, plus the extra rupees we've gotten before the Snow Peak Ruins. And we're going to be getting the rest in Arbiter's Grounds.
Yeah, you have a super high rupee count due to the extra rupee at Elden. So coming up is Morphle Fight, and Morphle Fight is like one giant one killer.
One of the biggest ones, definitely. I should consider it one of the big three, to be honest. I don't even know why you do that, but...
It's not even that it's super hard, but it's kind of tight.
You have to have good judgment, really. That's a big part of it. You have to be able to tell, is she going too high up? Should I abort this cycle? Because that happens to me a lot.
Yeah, and that's because that's due to the fact that Morphle Fight is complete RNG. Like, her patterns are super random, and
We're just gonna empty out all our bombs. Wow, I actually didn't fall. Nice.
oh, close.
Free time save, man. Oh, did you see that throw he did? That was cool.
Yeah. So he can empty his bomb back here super quickly, because if bombs hit water, they immediately disappear. And that's called quick bomb disposal, because we can just empty the bomb back here, like in no time.
Because it's a waterfall and bombs immediately disappear when they touch water. Also, I'm gonna be doing boss key skip right here. It's a pretty fun to watch setup.
Are you using the fast method?
I'm using the heart piece method
Oh, the hard piece.
because I'm a peasant.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, the hard piece method looks kind of cool too, but there is the fastest method to do this box key skip looks absolutely insane.
Yeah, so there are many things I could still learn to optimize, but I have everything down to some extent.
Yeah. There's a setup here where you backflip right above onto this thing.
How much time does the new boss key skip save?
Over your hard piece method?
Yeah,
Probably like 5 or 6 seconds.
that's pretty good.
If not more actually. It's like a few seconds faster than Vine Clip, and Vine Clip is 2 seconds faster than a hard piece method. Yeah, Vine Clip was the only boss key skip method everyone used back in the day, but since we have faster methods now, we just use those.
During this cutscene, I'm gonna be floating. That'll get me up way higher, and I can still refill my air up there, so I can quickly do the first cycle of more fuel.
So yeah, that's the swimming with water bombs I was talking about earlier. If you hold a bomb while swimming, which you can do both unequipping iron boots, you can refresh your air by dropping the bomb while swimming. This is because the game thinks, okay, if you drop a bomb while moving, you need to be outside the water. So it says, okay, you're not underwater, so you must have all air. And that's
See how high
why
she
the game-
goes.
That's why the game gives us all air back.
Good RNG. More fuel stayed level, that's good. Oh, I can't believe I did that.
What? Oh, you dropped the
I
bomb.
didn't go high enough. I mean, I'm still alive, but I didn't go high enough to grab more fuel in front of her. I didn't wait long enough. But I'm still good. Still alive. Luckily there are mistakes that you can make and still not drown. We're good. That's the re-grab. It makes you do another quick cycle, and more fuel's dead.
So yeah, the fastest you can do this is like with 2 bombs. He used 3 here, so that's still perfectly alright. If everything goes perfectly, we have 2 spare bombs over the course of the run. Obviously there are backup bombs, but
I won't be using a bomb to kill the Moldorms in Arbiter's Grounds, just so you know.
Yeah.
I use the claw shot for that because I'm a peasant. But it's a lot easier. I tried to get it to work, and I haven't gotten it down yet. Thanks, Dragon. So, Minda's Desperate Hours up next. Or should I say Minda's Desperate 7 minutes.
Yeah, Midnight Desperate Hour has good music, but besides that, it's a pretty boring segment.
Although it does have several tricks.
Yeah, but basically it's just all about movement and
Yep.
moving fast.
Yeah, also I suck at early wind cycle for some reason, even though I do everything right. I think it's because of the way I dash cancel. You can zoom out here to reduce the lag, like the last time. I
Yeah.
pretty much forgot about that.
It's the same area as before, just at night and without Twilight, so it looks a bit different, but
Yeah.
it's the same area.
Yeah, the
It's
rain
same
can make it lag. Yeah, plus there's rain, so...
Yeah.
You can see the wolf is up there. We'll be using him to get the ending blow after MDH. And then we'll be headed to the desert. I'm telling you guys, the glitch cutscene is pretty great.
Yeah.
Someone donates for it. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. I will be saving before I get to Zelda, just in case.
Oh yeah.
Because you never know.
Oh, by the way, dash canceling here is faster too.
I always forget about that. Because I never did dash canceling on my runs, I just started utilizing it, so I'm still applying it.
Yeah. So actually, in some points you can actually tell the game was a bit rushed, because if you enter the bar in a specific angle and in a weird angle, you will just void out and fall through the ground and softlock the game. There are a few spots in this game where you can really tell, okay, it's weird and they didn't really debug enough.
There's a thing in this room that I call pot skip. You can jump over a pot that gets in your way a lot. There it is.
Yeah, I need to be careful, because if you knock down a pod, the people down there in the bar will see you and like throw you out of the bar.
That's a really fast way to get this posol. You can just press B twice. Oh wow. Nice joke.
Ha ha pot, ha ha ha
Haha.
Hehe. I have to write emote for that. So usually you'd need to get the stick all the way up here and use it to burn the web. But since we can turn into human, we can simply use the lantern to
I got stuck there for some reason.
burn the web. Yeah, you have to. Well, where? Where did you get stuck?
That's how you take care of the Boblin. Oh, he didn't fall. He was supposed to fall.
But yeah, you have to kill this goblin, else he will shoot you from the top of the staircase, and you will lose like
I guess that's one way to do it.
He didn't fall, by the way, because you oh, he didn't fall, by the way, because you attacked him too late. He was already prepping a second attack.
Yeah. I did get there on time.
I am focusing.
I'll just go for this. You can jump attack him and get across that rope sooner. Avoid that arrow. So I'm gonna try to do early wind cycle here. You just get through this area as fast as possible, and you'll make it onto the bridge at the earliest possible cycle. And I just voided out. Nice. Let me just be careful here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't work. I do all the dash canceling just fine. I think.
Well, right in the beginning of the movement on the rooftops, you can lose a lot of time if you evade the attack of the goblin like unoptimally.
The archer at the beginning.
Yeah, that's where you lose most time.
Okay, so the dash canceling part was fine.
Yeah, it looked fun.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll just save here in midair over a different file.
So usually you don't save here, but he does it for the glitched cutscene. If
Yeah.
you guys want to see it.
Yeah, if
to
the
donate
donation
50
thing
bucks.
works.
50 bucks is less than
Donate
modern-
50 bucks for magic.
Yeah.
Do it.
It's less than a modern console game costs, so it's cheap. Come on. It's basically like a Christmas gift. I have 3 cats in my lap. That's loot. Stop saying loot stuff during a marathon in chat.
So the intro cutscene to getting the intro ending blow is it's interesting because I shouldn't be getting the ending blow here. So it's as if Link's meeting him for the first time, but it's also as if he weren't. So he's looking around while he's staring at the wolf. And then when the wolf transforms, he just looks around like that. It's pretty funny.
And actually, due to the fact that usually you get this ending blow super early before Forest Temple, treating this wolf here gives us the only wrong warp we have in the current Twilight Princess routes. Because no matter what, if you get ending blow, you respawn in Farron Twilight right before the Forest Temple. So remember, we were just outside Castle Town, and after we got ending blow, we will be in Farron Forest. But this only works with ending blow because it's the only hidden skill that's determined for the wolf, for the first wolf we meet.
So we're gonna go up and get the memo.
Yeah. And this memo is the only reason we have to beat Lakebed Temple, because this guy, whose name I constantly forget.
Wow, did I just do that? I can't believe I just did that. That is funny.
What did you do?
That is something I've never done in my life before.
Wow. Okay, that's kind of cool.
I really just can't explain how I did that.
That was solid movement there. And that's actually a huge time loss, because you have to do all the climbing and ladder climbing again.
Exactly.
Ladder climbing in Twilight Princess is super slow. They actually made Link climbing ladders and vines like...
The longer the run takes, the more charity we can get. Haha.
double speed on Twilight Princess
The better chance we have of getting that cutscene. Also, there's a funny thing you can do here. If you turn the camera all the way around with C, you get a good look of Link's face, and then when he's at the top of the tower, you get a good view of his rear end. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get the memo up here.
And this guy is only there after you beat Lakebed Temple, and that's why we have to do it. Like, the only reason we have to do it is this guy. What's his name then again?
Aru.
Because he's called Waffler in German, so I constantly forget the English name.
I was just a little bit too far to the left there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I didn't. I need to focus. Wow. I talked to him instead of showing him the memo. Alright, so now we're going to the desert.
We have to transform behind the pillar right before talking to him, because there's this bird coming up and asking us to participate in a mini game, which we don't want to. And also we have to transform out of sight of this guy, because else we can't. So desert is another place where Twilight Princess lags like crazy, so he will also zoom out the camera here. I hope he will zoom out the camera here to reduce lag. Actually, lag is so awful here that you like lose up to 5 seconds by just not doing it, which is pretty ridiculous. Yes, Self-Destructor, you missed a lot.
But there's still a lot more, so you're fine. But a lot of the crazy stuff is in the early game.
So, coming up is another cool map glitch thing that you will probably kinda like.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Definitely.
But before that, we will clip through your fence.
My PB actually had an insanely fast wedge. And this one was actually quite insanely fast too, wow. My luck with that has been good.
Most new runners make the mistake to think that you clip through the wall when you actually clip through the fence, so you want to be left, as far left as possible. So now he's doing map glitch again, which he did before, and we'll do something kinda cool.
Let me get something out of my fridge real quick.
Water.
Okay. So he gets right there where the map ends and jumps back forward in. Right at the end of the map there's a trigger, Wow, that was loud. There's a trigger that triggers the boss fight, the King Bobbin 2 fight, or 3 fight, and it has indefinite height, so it's way above and way below.
That was fast. Nice.
So we hit it, and we start the boss fight. Pretty cool. No, the game didn't freeze. As you can see, he's moving forward on the map, so there he is. We are just moving forward under the map, and we keep falling while moving under the map. So everything is white there, so it looks like the game freezes, but actually we are moving forward at insane speed, and we're falling as we're moving.
I have a huge time loss because of when I fell in Lake Hylia.
Yeah, probably cost like 40 seconds. if not actually a minute. It was insane.
So this won't PB, but it'll be good. Regardless, it's okay. Even if I get early platform just fine. Oh wow. Oh, I found a quick claim. And I haven't yet learned to enter the dungeon as a human. I'm super used to doing it as a wolf.
Actually, there is time for quick donation in like a minute when there's a long cutscene where you can do it because there's nothing else to say.
Yeah, there's a cutscene coming up.
So we will enter the next room and kill all the guys there and light the lanterns, and then you can come up and do the donation.
Oh, we got 20 for glitch cutscene? Nice.
Cool. Thanks for the donation.
Yeah, thanks.
So actually you can do the donation just now.
Alright. We've got a $20 donation from TGH, and he said, "Who knew the Pope could be such a good speedrunner?"
Good job.
Alright, so if anyone wants to know what that's all about, basically I'm kind of known as the Pope of speedrunning because I did this huge prank. I also speedrun Undertale, and I secretly did a speedrun going by the name of Pope Francis, and nobody knew it was me. And it kind of went on for a while, and now it's just a huge inside joke. Thanks for that donation, TGH.
So, coming up is one of the worst tricks in the entire run, which is luckily not mandatory.
And before I get it first try. Probably not, though.
What it does, it skips one of the 4 posts we have to get to open the gate by using a precise jump.
I just got it first try.
Wow, you're
Wow.
the skip.
I got it first try 2 times in a row. What the heck?
We get onto this pillar in a specific angle. We change our angle, and then we jump off, backflip and jump off, and we grab the grab the pillar, we grab the ledge there, and get up here. And this actually whips the dungeon apart because we're doing it in a complete reversed order now. We are doing the last pole first. We're skipping small keys of the dungeon and a lot of rooms and all this stuff. So Outer Grounds actually is done in a completely different manner. And this trick is actually super hard because Quicksand is pulling you down, making it impossible to make a consistent setup. the angle needs to be super precise for you to be able to grab the ledge, and the initial position needs to be pretty much perfect. Also, if you don't press A to backflip at the right moment, Link will just slip off. So it's like one of the worst, if not the worst trick in the entire run.
Hopefully they don't fly around too much. Oh, that's good. Saves a little bit of time over PB.
There's a consistent setup, consistent method for this right now.
Yeah, depending on which one they do, but I didn't want to memorize all of them.
Oh, okay.
How many runners do that, though?
Actually, quite a lot. But you had decent RNG here, so...
Yeah, the RNG was pretty nice. It's faster than my PB had. I do know that. We're gonna go and jump across this. I'm gonna make it so I can come back here later by pushing this box 4 times. Specifically 4, yes.
If you do less, the box won't stay in place, and if you do more, it's just wasting time, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do less, the game just respawns it the original way. Oh good, there's a cutscene. For a second I was trying to put down my soda really fast.
So, 267... Yeah... Yeah, you're super fine on rupees. As said, we need 300 rupees over the course of the entire one, and after this dungeon we will need to pay all of them, so... So to dig out this chain, we need to remember to get the pose sent, which he got after the pole he killed earlier. And if you don't get the pose sent by smelling it right after killing one of the posts, you just won't be able to dig out this chain, and it costs a big amount of time if you miss it, if you forget it. So these readers always drop red rupee, which is like 20 rupees.
We're gonna get the second Poe. Technically it would be the third, I think. Hold on.
No, it's actually the second.
Yeah, it would be the second one. I'm doing them backwards though, because of post skip.
Yeah. It's always the second, no matter which route you do, but instead of the first, we did the fourth first. And since we came from behind and
I missed.
pushed the block, we skipped some moves, and
That was a really bad Poe.
oh yeah,
I actually didn't end up getting the soul.
yeah, I saw it.
And then the bubbles had to come up again, so I had to kill them.
What I do is actually I kick or I smash him for the first hit, and in the time he's basically white again, where you can attack him, I go over and kill the bubbles so they won't annoy me.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like I just quick swim them once so they are not flying anymore, because then they're
That's what I
slow.
usually do, but it didn't really work that time.
Yeah.
It just kind of went wrong. But it went well in my PB. So yeah, you can see that that Poe is just kind of chilling there. And we're not killing him. But the game's still gonna think we did. We'll spare him for now.
So usually, we would have to go the other way, but since we push the block right here, we can get up. And what are you doing? You're going the wrong direction. Like.
Can I just facepalm real quick?
Nice. You completely ran in the wrong direction.
Welcome to Jdlink Goes the Wrong Way.
I'm not even sure if you can go back now, because... Can you?
I can.
Can?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'm totally fine, but man, that was stupid. Totally forgot where I was going for a second. Like, I just went to autopilot.
supposed to get up here.
Yeah, so I'll be going through this room backwards. Yeah, I did a big whoops.
And if you go through this room the intended way, the next room the intended way,
No, this room. And now I'm in the next room after that.
I'm behind.
Yeah, I know.
Some weird ghost mice will spawn and
Oh, no.
make your life
It targeted the
mess.
wrong thing.
And this room too, if you enter from the other side, the room is super,
That was close.
super hard. Because the skeletons are annoying and the readers stun you like that, and it just makes the room one of
whatever.
the hardest rooms in the entire dungeon. So
I'm doing this really slowly, but I'm just playing it safe, kind of. Nice.
as you can see now, he has 300 rupees. So
Yeah, I have the 300 I need for the cannon repair. The way you get the cannon is also interesting. You'll see it later after this dungeon.
yeah, and this is actually time-wise, it's the biggest skip in the entire game because it skips over an hour of gameplay.
Yeah, definitely. It skips a whole dungeon. You don't have to do the Temple of Time at all.
A whole dungeon, and a complete quest, and 2 items. So it's a really big skip, and it's so easy and simple. It looks like you're doing nothing, but in reality, you skip over an hour. Over an hour for a speedrunner, not even casually.
You know what's funny? I would have the spinner right now. Over 30 seconds, actually.
Oh yeah.
In my PB.
You lost so much time.
Yeah, but it's okay. It was just me forgetting. I
So
do
as
that a
you
lot,
can see,
actually.
Only 3 of the torches are lighting up, but the gate is still opening because it only checks for the last run. And it skips the first one.
Nice.
So here he just skipped a lot of rooms and different movement by squeezing through this ledge, squeezing through the wall and getting past the quicksand, and immediately grabbing the boss key. So that's another big skip. You can actually do it by transforming human and rolling through the quicksand, but it's harder and slower, so we don't do it. Glitchless would do it though, because basically the wolf method is clipping out of bounds, which is not allowed in glitches.
Right here, I'll be doing strategy that that kills all 3 of these Stalfos really quickly. And I'm gonna demonstrate it right here. And so once all bombs explode, they will all be dead, and I will be here when it happens, like it just showed. Now you can just clash that up there. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Basically, the surfers just follow you and stand right on the bomb when it explodes. So.
The bugs, get off me. All right. Honestly, the thing I'm most worried about for the rest of the run is Aralfo skip.
Yeah, worst trick in the entire game, basically.
Yeah, it's terrible. But it'll probably work. Probably.
I'm like super awful at everything that requires precise aiming. Besides Ruby World.
So we're gonna one-cycle this guy. There's a very funny way to do it. It's kind of interesting. I'm trying to hit him. I guess that works. Give me a sec. I failed it because I couldn't get the right positioning. It was really awkward for me. And that specific situation. But now it's gonna work. Yeah, this is a good setup.
The thing about him is, whenever you hit that sword, which is his name, a counter starts running, which says, okay, when this timer is running out, I get back up. But if you constantly hit him and don't finish a full combo, he will stay on ground forever. And you can use this to one-cycle him easily. Actually, the fastest method, use the ball and chain to make it even faster, because the ball and chain does stupid lots of damage to most bosses.
4 minutes behind PB, nice.
It's a marathon one, so that's perfectly fine.
Absolutely. I don't even know. Oh, 420 minutes behind. It's all good.
Oh, it's the memes. So actually... Oh,
Alright guys, come on, $27. We can do this. If I could, I would donate that much during this run, to be honest. Now we're just gonna go straight to TLoZ. As you can see, the Poe is not there. So if you were to do this in a casual run, it would be impossible for you to get all 60 Poes. However, you're not gonna do that in a casual run, obviously. Wow, TLoZ would be dead right now. I don't know why I keep pointing these things out when it's a marathon run. I just can't help it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm just gonna pretend that my timer isn't there. I'm only gonna split. That's all.
So, I just did a thing.
Self-destructor, you're the best. Make glitched cutscenes great again.
I just did a thing. So... we should be closer now.
I once forgot the boss key to Zant in a speedrun. Just thought I'd point that out because it's a bad thing to forget. And I still didn't quit my run because it was early runs.
I can't do that. Whenever I do a big mistake or like lose 2 or 3 minutes to something, I immediately reset because I hate it.
Trez, thanks for the donation, man.
Yeah, we're closing in on the glitch cutscene. Now,
How much more money do we need now? 20 bucks?
20 bucks. Yeah.
Alright, $20, guys. We can do this. Also, TLoZ's a pretty technical boss. His first phase has a lot of RNG, especially on the third part of it. I had a thing going there, but I missed it.
Do you use the audio cue?
Oh, nice.
For the quick knockdown?
That's one way to do it. How much time it saves to skip all the cutscenes in the game? Probably hours.
Yeah, there are a few really long cutscenes.
If you never skipped any cutscenes in the game, you would also have to get the Zora armor.
Oh yeah. If you
Plus, all the cutscenes would take like hours total. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the spine in time. This is a very, very bad first phase. Can I even make it up? Yeah, I can make it up.
If you,
What's up, bro?
if you don't skip the cutscene for more fuel, funny side fact, that's what Link was talking about, you will actually drown, because if you don't skip the cutscene, the air won't be refilled when you hit the ground. So we couldn't even do the route we do right now.
Yeah, you would have to do the whole S score, and you would have to get the Zora armor, and all that stuff. It'd be closer, it'd be more similar to a no save and quit run.
Yeah, besides all the back in time stuff.
Yeah.
So, second phase of Stella is actually interesting because
I actually have the quick knockdown consistent. I got used to the audio cue.
Yeah, audio cue is super good.
Let's get it.
So, listen to the music right now. You can hear the theme going there, and it's like an upwards movement in the music. And on the third...
Actually, I don't listen to the music. I listen to the sound of Star-Lord shooting the fireball.
Oh, that's not even the audio cue. You're using a different audio cue.
It seems to work every time.
Yeah, it's
Because of the way I roll.
Yeah, it's fine. So we do 5 rolls, and then we get up on the spinner on a specific frame. There's a 7-frame window for it. And if you get out up within this window, you will be right next to Stella and can jump into it. You will skip getting up the pillar and jumping across and dodging all his fireballs and stuff. So listen to the music right there. And you can actually skip a lot of bullshit. And then just finish him off with quick spins like Jdlinkmaster just did. You can actually miss 1 or 2, but nothing more.
Favorite boss in the game. Let's go. And he's dead. Alright, $20 and we get to the glitched cutscene. I really want to show it to you guys. You guys deserve something magical like it. Ad blockers.
Wagon is a troll, so yeah. Drop this. Oh, I can't even.
I shouldn't have pulled my sword out. I accidentally pulled my sword out too early. I lost like a full 10 minutes.
I was just posting this
Oh.
thing to tell you. Hit up this guy and drop him a follow because he's good. He's slow at snowboarding though, I heard.
Ragan?
Yeah, did you hear so too? He's slow at snowboarding.
Yeah, you said that, and he doesn't take the shortcut, you said.
Yeah, I was making a joke. No, he's actually not doing it.
Okay, I try to keep these guys together so I can kill them at once. And then it's
All
good.
of them?
No, just the 2 that spawn next to me.
Yeah, I was.
And then I go around, pick off the other ones.
Yeah, I was wondering. I saw a guy just like trying to kill them all at once. I'm not even sure if it worked, but I guess it did.
You could do it if you like got him to walk over.
Yeah, but it took a long ass time.
So I'm gonna explain what I just did to skip that mirror cutscene.
Yeah.
Normally after you kill those shadow beasts, you would use the spinner to climb up to the top of that statue and raise the mirror that leads to Palace of Twilight, although it's broken and stuff. But you can skip that because this is a well-programmed game, and you can zoom in on the map to enable your portals and just warp away. It'll work later. That was too late.
So yeah, he clips through the statue here just by transforming into a wolf, because the hitboxes change and you can just get through.
Strange. I'm not getting it. This should work. Okay.
Okay, so try. So this just right there skipped over an hour of gameplay. It's insane.
Yep.
Usually, to get through this, you have to move the statue there aside, and for that, you need to get the Dominion Rod, which you get in Temple of Time. And it takes a long ass time to enter this, and then you need to fool the Ancient Skybook to be able to move this aside. So, yeah, we skip all this and just clip through. And this gives a full dungeon. Sadly, it's the best.
Oh, I
dungeon.
walked into Plum's cutscene. I was a little bit too late. No Plum.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. If you move too far as Wolf, Plum, the bird, will come up and say, "Hello, please play a game with me." So, yeah.
Alright, best cutscene in the game right here.
Yeah, by the way, 10 out of 10 video game programming, yes. Nintendo tried to fix this in TPHD and failed. They moved the statue a bit to the left side, or made it a bit bigger. But
Wait,
it
you
didn't
you can
work.
still do it? I thought it was completely patched.
No, it's not patched. It's just a bit harder.
Wow.
Actually, you can L target now and jump attack, and you will get through. TPHG is actually even easier now. Glitch cutscene met. Nice. So we will see the glitched Zelda cutscene later.
Wait, we got it? Oh,
We got
yes! We did it! We did it! Yes, I'm so excited. I didn't even notice that message. I don't know why. You guys are in for a treat at the end of this. I forgot to split.
So, City in the Sky used to be a super technical and kinda hard dungeon with lots of movement. But our favorite glitch hunter, Dragon Bane, found a way to get the boss key in this dungeon super early and cutting it in half, basically.
So I have 5 water bombs, 2 for Zamp, 2 for Castle. That's
yeah,
fine.
you're fine.
Yeah, I'll have 1 spare.
What a Link to the Past category is done, by the way. Next. So yeah, right there after the jumps you will see him approaching the door slowly as wolf. Now as human and then transforming into wolf. And since Wolf can open the door from further away, he opens the door before touching the trigger that activates the fan on top of the room. And this gives us a chance to get the boss key without a lot of extra stuff. Yeah.
You can transform into a wolf to open the door from farther away, and that actually skips a trigger that makes the fan turn on. So you can actually skip a lot of the dungeon. Yeah, he just wanted a reminder because he didn't hear what you said.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
So yeah, since we skipped that, we can just come back here later and get up there and skip the fan and go through the fan and get the boss key in. Skipping 4 or 5 rooms actually. It saves over 2 minutes. Or over 2 minutes? Yeah, over 2 minutes. Now, yeah, I'm not even sure anymore. It's been there for too long. Sadly, it skips a lot of cool rooms that were really challenging and fun, but that's how we do.
I actually personally didn't like those rooms, so I'm glad about this.
You didn't? I loved the Dekubaba room and the early P-head cycle stuff.
I didn't like early P-Hat Cycle at all. The Baba room was also terrible sometimes.
It was like, when I started running the game, it was like the stuff I practiced the most, because it was like really challenging and still fun.
So I just skipped the cutscene where the dragon knocks down the bridge.
Yeah, and
If you want, you can put more input on that.
actually, if you hit this cutscene, by walking right in front of the door, which he skipped, the game sets the spawn point of Link back to the entrance of the dungeon. And besides skipping the 1 minute cutscene, which saves time, it also saves time to have the spawn point back at the small key chest, which we just got. So this makes
Rupee.
the dungeon even faster, and we have no trouble with every alpha skip, which comes really soon, like in a few minutes. Oh, Rupee.
Luckily didn't land on me.
I never seen a blue rupee drop there, to be honest.
Can you pick up a rupee while you're spinning something?
I'm pretty sure if you land on a rupee, or if a rupee lands on you while you're spinning, the text box gets cancelled. I'm like positive on that. Okay, time for more LJs. A lot of LJs actually.
Yeah, I often void out in this room, but I'll do my best not to. The one with the blocks.
It's a cool room, but not that easy to do fast.
Kill the bat. Well, I didn't void out, that's good. We're gonna use a man chicken real quick and just fly around. I missed Uku jump in my PB, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Oh boy.
So,
Oh, nice.
the jump right here with the EQ is kind of precise too. You have to jump off in a pretty
What am I doing?
specific angle.
Ah! No!
To get over the wall. Whoa, okay. That didn't really go as planned.
Absolutely not. I'll just fix
Oh,
that.
okay.
Where's my Uku?
Oh lord, this. Oh god.
Where is it?
Everything went wrong.
Basically everything, yeah. There we go, finally. That was dumb. Can I actually do it now? Looks like I can. So that skips it saves like 20 seconds. You don't have to use a switch.
Yeah, but it's kind of precise.
Aralfo skip coming up, oh boy.
Yeah. One of the most dumb tricks in the entire game. The area alpha fight is actually a dumb fight which we want to skip, and we can do it, but it requires targeting.
That's my first framer this whole run. Actually, it's my second one.
It requires targeting one of two specific pixels you have from a really precise spot, so it's not that easy.
Yeah, here we go. See how this goes.
So we do a setup with rolling tries, once with iron boots and once without. Then we aim at the spot we want, and if everything works out, he will.
I have to abort.
Target.
Alright, so that's one time failed. Too bad you don't get enough time to do this.
Yeah, and you have to be quick because Ariathos charges at you after like 10 seconds. You can try again though by avoiding out.
Ah, come on, that's the second time. And he hit me.
There's a one cycle that is super hard using the ball and chain, which is 30 seconds slower than getting the skip first try. But as said, it's super hard and precise.
Oh, I had it for a second. Alright, third time. I'm really, really doing bad at this.
And yeah, area for skip is not really a marathon 20 trick where you might be a bit nervous. And
That's a run killer. I may even die, I
just
don't know.
Get a heart. Yeah. Maybe get multiple hearts.
Alright, how many times have I failed this now? Like 4 or 5? This is pathetic.
This is the 4th time now, or 5th time now actually.
I'm just having terrible luck with this. I like to consider it luck because, you know. Alright, 5. I'm dead. He actually just killed me.
Oh fuck. Yeah, if you die actually in game over, you spawn outside the room and lose a huge chunk of time, sadly.
This is the worst Arafo skip I've had in my life, actually. It would have been way faster for me to just fight him.
Yeah, indeed.
Speedrun is one word. Oh wait, I'm dumb.
So yeah, let's try it again.
And I got it.
Good.
Wow, I got it like super quickly that time. Only took me 7 tries.
And you actually
Oh, nice.
messed up the setup and still got it. So yeah, you can only target 2 pixels there, so it's super precise.
Rip Lunk. What's up, Jimmy Narrows? Oh, what? So the Argarot cutscene that knocks down the bridge is no longer there, so we can just pass through it and nothing happens.
No, this is not banned in No Saving Crit.
This is any percent.
Amchan, it's not banned in No Saving Crit, but you can save and crit in No Saving Crit, so you do the area of escape and then kill yourself using bombs. Although in the fastest route we don't get any bombs, so you have to fight him there.
I'm gonna kind of get this guy's attention so he doesn't bug me. And now I can claw shot up here. Now before, when I skip the trigger that makes the fan turn on, since it's not going, I can just claw shot up to it like this. That skips a lot of the dungeon.
By the way, I'm not sure if you know, but entering the main room through the windows quite a lot faster than...
It still is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true, because you don't have to claw shot that pillar with the grass on it.
Yeah. So yeah, this is skipping a lot of rooms, because the fan is not running when it actually should. Which you also can see now in the boss key room, because usually in the boss key room you have to go around the fan turning and have to evade the guys fighting you there. But since the fan is not running, you can just straight walk towards the boss key.
Oh, nice. Nice jump.
Well, PB is already done with Agrok. Sick.
Yeah, so my PB was actually pretty good. But this is a lot slower. But it's okay, because it's a marathon run.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
This is a cool LJ trick coming up here. It's a double one, kind of like the one I did in Lake Bed.
And it looks like incredibly scary when it's not even hard. You just jump.
You just have to position right. That's all that matters.
Also, if you use the claw shot and target the wings there right on top of the possible target. Oh God, of the targetable. I'm sorry, of the targetable area. Link just grabs the top of it, and you can climb up. So skips turning on the fences. The fence here. I'm not focusing right now.
Same.
So this room is pretty technical, and if you're fast, you can skip several of the fence cycles. But you need to be quick on the aiming.
It also takes timing on some aims
Yeah,
because they're spinning.
you basically shoot the
That was close.
close shot before the target is actually there, and you just take.
Can I hit
the
this? There we go.
fence in a. Did you get it?
Took me forever to shoot that crystal. Wow.
Oh, he still got it. Okay.
Just for safety, I'm gonna get some hearts. You can skip one of the claw shots, claw shot targets to get up to Argarok. Just by positioning yourself in a certain way. That was pretty good. And now we're gonna fight the dragon.
Yeah, Argarok fight is pretty cool. It's a cool boss.
There's a trick here you can do to make it so Argarok doesn't fly away after this after the cycle. If you're fast, you can just claw shot it really quickly after that. If you do this. So since I did that so quickly, Argarok didn't have time to fly away.
So next you just jump into the void to reset Argarok's position. So you don't have to wait for him to come back. If you want, he will just be in the center of the arena basically. You can progress. So yeah, just warding out, and now the third phase starts where you excuse me, where you do specific movement and time your claw shotting in a specific way to skip going around the head.
Although I haven't learned that strat, I only do it on the third phase.
Oh, okay. You can actually do it on all three phases.
Yeah, but I'm not very good at it, so I didn't go for it.
As you saw, he just moved around the P-heads and waited for Agrok to stop spitting fire. And actually, if you go sink below fire by using the iron boots, he gets confused and immediately stops breathing fire, and you can just claw shot him. And you will see that on the third phase.
Yeah, it's pretty cool in the third phase.
100% actually does a skips one cycle here by using fairy tears, and does a 2 cycle, which is hard but super fast.
Yeah, it's really, really fast. Although I don't do 100%.
Actually, the Twilight HD any percent route has a chance of getting a random drop on Rare Shoe Jelly, and if you get that, you can do the 2 cycle too. Which is cool. So, if you are lucky, you have Rare Shoe Jelly at this point and do a 2 cycle in any percent. So now he's doing flame skip on third base. As said, he's just using iron boots just glow enough to confuse Agrok and he will stop. Breathing fire.
Oh wait, why am I going that way? What am I doing? Okay, that's one way to do it, I guess. I don't know why Flame Skip failed. He didn't stop turning around.
You didn't think low enough.
I guess that's it.
Wow, and you were actually incredibly lucky. You didn't get hit by the fire.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
definitely
that's
lucky.
That's Agrok. So only 2 dungeons left. TLoZ of Twilight is actually not really a glitch intensive dungeon, but a movement intensive dungeon where movement can actually make faster cycles and all this stuff, but there are not many glitches left in this run.
Nice. That's the fastest way to get the heart container. I did a side hop and took the boots off midair, and then I landed on the heart container. That's sick. Now, since I have the iron boots on, there's a way I can fall back onto Lake Hylia without getting into the water, and I can mash B here, and so I land on the bridge instead. And that way I can just warp right away and go to the mirror chamber. And I don't have to worry about swimming out. And even though we skipped raising the mirror with that statue, since we beat City in the Sky, the trigger for that cutscene is still there, so we can just go straight to the palace.
Yeah, and we still had to zoom into the map to warp.
Yeah, but that doesn't take very much time.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of remembering to do it. So this is a pretty technical dungeon in some ways.
Yeah, not many glitches, just movement.
Yeah, just kind of a dungeon where you want to be careful. Especially during the early platform.
Yeah, also it's kind of hard, so you want to have at least 3 or 4 hearts to be safe.
Because of the swarms of bats.
Yeah, there's a lot that can go wrong.
You can basically just get swarmed by anything in this dungeon. Enemies just like to group up on you, like rats and bats. My chair's so loud. You could do a cool little side hop trick here to get on the platform instead of claw shotting.
Yeah, it's cheeky little stuff like that that saves, or that makes Pillars of Twilight actually interesting.
And now we're gonna fight Phantom Zant. Phantom Zant has RNG to it, but there's a way to manipulate it, and also 2-cycle him. Oh, 3-cycle him, sorry. Well, it's technically a 1-cycle. I don't know what to call it exactly, but it's just a good way of manipulating where he is, and it prevents him from teleporting away when you approach him, so that's the best part of it.
Yeah. So you basically to know where he spawns, you just use the audio because it's you can.
Although I was a little bit slow, but I still got him the second time too.
So you just listen to the audio and he's making some noises and you can tell where he is.
These plants. Yeah, this is kind of bad.
Yeah.
That plant messed me up.
Since he was too slow on the hits, now Zed entered his super RNG phase where he just...
Yeah, now Phantom Zant's just a troll. There we go. All it took was one hit. Hopefully the second one goes better. You fight him twice.
Yeah. Basically, Pillars of Twilight is twice the same. Basically, twice the same. With little small changes. So yeah. It's the left side and right side, and the rooms only.
If you claw shot the soul fast enough, you can skip that cutscene from Midnight, but I'm bad at it now for some reason. Because I can't aim.
Yeah, it was pretty close too.
Yeah, like the claw shot got it, but it was just like a few frames too late, I guess. This is what I said about the dungeon being stupid when it comes to enemies.
If you actually throw the soul into the right spot and then roll forward, the bats won't be able to attack you. So you only drop it into the spot at the on the second time, but not on the first time. So yeah, it's just taking this soul with you and putting it in the right places and losing as less time as possible while doing so. Also, you need to be pretty quick because this weird hand is following you, trying to take the soul back. So if you're too slow, it will just grab the soul and you have to start from the beginning.
Yeah, you want to be careful about that.
Usually it shouldn't be a problem though. Yeah, this part freaked all of us out when we were kids. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When this game came out, I was 14. So yeah, it kind of freaked me out too. And it was hard. As a kid, it was really hard to beat the game.
That was interesting. This is the easiest LJA in the game, and I failed it.
You did?
How did I fail that? I don't even get how that works. Maybe it's too early. Whatever.
Well, I didn't even know about that midnight text there. Yeah, you were too early.
What?
The boomerang wasn't even out of bounds, or wasn't even over the board yet.
It seemed like it was.
Also, you're super low on hearts, so...
I'll try not to die. I probably won't. Bats are guaranteed to drop hearts, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or keys, or whatever you want to call them. There, I got one.
Yeah, I guess they are cold shadow keys, actually.
Whatever. Falling here is pretty bad. You don't want to fall. Oh no.
Well, it's actually
Okay.
even worse. It's actually even worse to fall on the way back because you have the soul with you and.
Good RNG.
Yeah, this Xanthad can spawn in whatever place. So if you're unlucky, he will just spawn right in the center of your room, and you will have to get to go all the way back using the platforms.
I died.
No, oh shit.
What?
Luckily, you didn't have the soul yet, so.
I love how Min's just disappointed in me when I die.
Yeah, she looks like at you like, wow, you suck. You dumbass. That's how she looks.
Where is he?
I didn't even know that Xanthats do so much damage.
They do quite a bit. I think they do like a heart or so. I don't know for sure.
You had 1.5 hearts, so they do at least 2, I guess.
Okay, I'll get good. I do this the claw shot way because I don't know why.
Actually, if you're really fast, claw shot is faster than using boomerang.
Really? I thought
Like,
that. Oh.
Yeah, you can, if you like, pull a claw shot out and move to the spot, and just grab it like without aiming, it's faster. And it's not even hard, but I never tried it.
Alright, so that was a really good Phantom Zant. Nothing went wrong there. Ah, there we go.
stream layout?
I can't see the stream layout. I can only see my OBS. What's going on with it?
I guess we pulled it down, pulled the game feed down by accident.
Oh, nice. Ball's just rolling away for some reason. Weird. Cats. Nice jumping. Oh boy. If I could get this first frame where it's a little bit faster, because you can drop the ball before getting on the platform to go back up to the main area, and you can just claw shot the soul while you're on the platform, and that saves a little bit of time because you can roll. If you don't get it, you can just drop it on your way. And then go like this. Puppet Ganon in Wind Waker is just... it's just weird, I don't know. I don't like it. I agree with you, TGH.
Yeah.
It's just the creepiest thing ever.
So now we have the butter sword. As you can see, the sword is like whipping wet with butter and like...
The finest of butters, the butter of Twilight.
Yeah. And remember, it's not light, it's butter. It's really important. Zelda is just saved by butter later.
Alright, so I will be using the Iron Boots at the end of the game, and then I will be using the glitch cutscene.
So actually we're closing in.
Yeah, dude, I hated the trials in Skyward Sword. I agree with you.
I never even finished Skyward Sword Code to the trials.
Yeah, the trials are hard, but I pulled through. Eventually, I guess. Oh yeah, I totally missed. These rats want to die, don't they? You all want to die? Because that's what you're gonna get. Stop. Wow. Every time I pick this thing up, somebody stops me.
Wow. Okay.
Nice luck. I can't believe it's not Twilight. That's funny.
I guess you should have just pushed the soul into the right spot. Oh,
Doing an LJA here.
Also, this room is like the most
That was sick.
scary room. The most scary room we got in LJ, because the boomerang constantly doesn't go out of bounds, and you will just jump down and lose like over 20 seconds.
The way I killed those 3 Zant heads was super stylish.
Yeah, like good. So the LJA here, I don't even know if he is doing it.
I don't really like the LJA here, it's risky, but why not? Whatever. Actually, no. I'm playing it safe.
Yeah,
It's not consistent for me.
it saves a second if you do it, but lots of the time the boomerang just refuses to go out of bounds, and if you fall down...
Like, even if it does go out of bounds, the jump won't always work for me.
Yeah, and if you fall down you lose 27 seconds, so it's not even...
1 second or losing 27.
Yeah, that's not really worth it, so I guess actually nobody does it anymore, or barely anyone.
I kind of lost the spot. Let's see if I can get this again. There we go.
Yeah, right here you just make the fog go away, so you find the medallion to flush it up to in the dark.
Luckily, I'm not gonna die from that, but I'm close to dying. I just need to be careful with all the birds here.
Yeah, and grab a hard after killing the Sandhead.
There's so many... I don't know why Nintendo put so many Kargaroks out here. It's actually ridiculous. They just rave in on you and have a party. And the game lags from quick spinning all of them. Please don't kill me. Alright, we're good. I'll have to get a heart out of one of those pots.
Yeah, and right here we just void out to get back to the entrance because it's faster than doing an LJA or something, which is possible, but actually hard and not really fast. So yeah.
Yeah, so you void out here so that you're back in on this platform, and they're all just here waiting for you.
Actually, the LJA back is even faster, but it's so hard that nobody does it because it's super precise.
I think it's a task strat, kind of.
Yeah, it was done in RTA before by Logitech back in the day, but we don't want that. So next room is really technical, just good movement.
Early platform.
To get an earlier platform cycle than intended.
Yep.
Saves 12 seconds if you get it.
Yeah, so my strategy is when the platform starts rising, I count to 6, I jump off, and then I go from there.
Okay. I use some what's wrong with language today? I use some visual cue actually.
I don't know why I did that so early. It's okay. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if I could get it now.
You can actually make this early platform cycle easier by calling Midna while waiting, because the game progresses, but the platforms stop moving. So after killing the Shadow Beast, you call Midna, and the time you wait for the Shadow Beast to spawn.
All right, I got
away.
the early platform. It was good.
Good. So yeah, you use this LJA to get over to the platform quickly and kill the Sandhead before the platform leaves again.
Nice. The game stopped my roll right when I was at the chest. That actually looks super cool. You could do an LJA here that actually saves quite a bit of time. And we're almost to Zant. Zant has an underwater phase, and I still don't have my Zora armor, so we're gonna use water bombs for that as well, kind of like we did with Morpheal. Oh, one of them died. All right. So we're gonna enter the Zant battle now. It has a lot of strategies actually. Yeah, I better get the boomerang for that too.
So there are several one cycles you can do here on the different phases, but all of them are kinda, actually only on the first two phases, but all of them are quite
I just do 2 cycle on both of them.
Yeah. The The one cycle in the Forest Temple phase, which is the first one, is a 1 frame window, and on the Goron Mines phase, it's a 2 frame window, so yeah, both are pretty hard. Nobody does the Forest Temple 1 cycle anyways.
Nice. Throwing your boomerang here kind of speeds up things, because you can throw your boomerang and Zant will actually vanish because of it, and that kind of speeds things up. Oh, nice. Alright, water phase.
So this is where, again, we don't have to throw our armor and have to use water bombs.
Oh.
So, it's, Zen can spawn in every single one of these Zen heads, and, it's decided in which one he is when the eyes of the Zen heads, come out of the sand, and then it's always the one which is the furthest away from me, so we actually manipulate it in that ways that we always know which one is the real Zen head.
Alright, that one went well. Now we're gonna... Alright, so coming right here is the only reason we got the ball and chain throughout the entire run. Which is this phase of Zant. You have to have the ball and chain to hit his feet. You can't do it with anything else. So this is the only reason we got the ball and chain. So you do it twice and it's done.
Also, this fight is the only reason we need to go to Snow Peak Rings, because the game checks if you have the ball and chain here. Nothing else works on them. So, if this phase wouldn't require the ball and chain, we would just completely skip the trip to Snow Peak Ruins, saving like another 10 minutes or so.
That's a gold split. That's cool. I say 2 minutes. Oh, nice. Now we're just gonna go to Hyrule Castle. You don't need the heart container. You able to hear me, Trez?
Yeah.
Oh, just checking.
I was a bit like confused. I got a mean treat by Oddie, so I had to respond to that.
Oh, it's okay.
So yeah, we are closing in, and it's the final dungeon coming up. So Coming up is the longest cutscene actually we have in the game.
And another mailman skip. Get hyped.
Oh yeah, we have this mailman skip before.
Nice, I quit the boots and then the lantern. That's all you have to do to skip the mailman for the last time.
So yeah, we have a mailman-less run here. Thanks God. Good equips. Really solid. So yeah, now...
Well, it could be worse. I did get more Field Gorge skip, Pillar Clip, and Sword Shield skip on my first try, but everything else was just kind of sloppy.
These will stay quite a lot under your estimate, so it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, plenty of time for the cutscene.
Also, quick fun fact. For whatever reason, Nintendo added a spawn point here where Castletown is empty and the only NPCs here are dogs. And you can play with those. Yeah, and you can play with those dogs, and there are bones lying around you can throw. So the dogs chase after the bones, and it's kind of funny. But you can't get there without using cheats, sadly. So yeah, longest cutscene in the game. Usually.
Yeah, I won't forget. No problem.
Usually when I take like a big or fast break here or something, and then go into the final. Also, Nintendo got super lazy and messed up a bit in Hyrule Castle, so we can basically skip all barriers and stuff they added there, because they are so poorly programmed that it's like easy to skip.
So I should have 3 bombs, yep.
Yeah. And you do need only 2, so...
Yeah, true. So now we're just gonna do a bunch of barrier skips. Not to be confused with the Wind Waker barrier skip.
No, we don't need the iron boots for this barrier skip. This barrier skip these barrier skips right here, we actually skipped 3 of them, are super free and don't save anywhere close to as much time as the barrier skip in Wind Waker does. So right here, to kill all the Bokoblins, we just pull out a bomb and wait. Rip. That easy. So you can actually skip this barrier to the first one, but it requires a super hard LJA and it's barely faster, so... But here you just have to roll backwards and you will skip it.
We're gonna be fighting King Bulbin here one more time, with the same strategy. Nothing but quick spins.
Yeah, you only have to dodge him once, because else he will kill you. We only have 5 hearts at this point, and his attack does, I believe, 6 hearts of damage.
I'm doing bad.
Oh yeah, we attacked him too late. So, whenever you mess up, you just have to wait for him to begin swinging his axe. And if you do so, you can just attack him without blocking. Sadly, this fight is going pretty poorly.
Sure, why not go for the first frame backflip? I'll probably not get it.
Yeah.
It's
First
hard.
frame backflip. First frame backflip. You can actually, before a midnight text box, you can backflip on 1 frame, and if you get it, you have time to save before you touch the ground again, and if you get it, you save 5 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't get it, but it's alright. It only saves about 7 seconds.
Yeah, 5 if I remember correctly.
Oh, less.
Yeah, it's not much. His save warping is pretty slow. Somebody left. So yeah, you can see the barrier here we skipped earlier, and we will just roll through it, because, yeah, fully programmed. And now, third barrier coming up, which is the hardest to skip, but still not really hard. If you just jump attack into it and skip the cutscene immediately, and you will have enough time to roll out of it.
Skipping this allows for 2 things. It prevents a lot of lag in this room, and also you can just skip fighting all those monsters.
Yeah. If you have to, actually, within this barrier, you have to fight a ridiculous amount of enemies, so you can fail it at least 3 times before it loses time. Safe warping and reloading is faster twice than actually doing the barrier fight. So Dark Arc fight is pretty easy. You just hit him 6 times, then 5 times, and then his armor is off and you can finish him off with the water chain. Okay, he's just finishing off his sword. That's it.
Oh, wow. What? Nice. You don't want to go low enough to grab onto that. It's a little bit slower. Now we're just gonna use the lantern to go through this room kind of fast. You just memorize the pattern, and it's easy. It's kind of like an hourglass.
Yeah, it's one of 2 lantern puzzles in the game. Both are not really hard. Well,
And now we're gonna skip a thing.
Yeah, those Dinalphos are pretty annoying, and you just use a bomb to kill them, because you can't just attack them with the sword, they will just block it, so you use a bomb. Wait for them to come to you, and then you throw it in the middle of them and they will die. Coming up is Arielphos again, which we skipped earlier but can't skip here, so we will just kill him quickly. There's actually a 1 cycle you can do, which is super hard using the ball and chain, but it is pretty tight, and usually you will lose time, so yeah, using the sword is quite a lot easier.
Nice heart. Now I'm at 6 hearts again. Nice. Coming up is a long cutscene. But then you get the big key and you're on your way to Ganondorf.
Also, the funny thing about this cutscene is, you will meet like 4 people there.
That he's never seen.
Right, you've never seen these people before.
Yeah, the only one you've seen is Aru.
Oh yeah, oh you saw Aru, and the rest of them is like...
He's just like, who are you? Why are you helping me?
Exactly. That's basically thanks to Back in Time, and one more... thanks to Early City in the Sky, and you never met them.
Yep.
Also, they are super helpful. They just help you once and then they just leave because they're scared. It's not that they were doing anything useful. They just killed those 2 boblins, which are not really, like, dangerous to us. Although we don't have the bow, so killing them would be kinda hard.
Thanks, random man with an owl. Exactly. And a book. A guy with a book.
Yeah. And a guy with a fucking bazooka. For whatever reason. Why don't we get a bazooka?
Why can't Link have a bazooka?
Yeah, sounds like a perfect idea. Make it happen in Twilight. I would celebrate if Link gets a bazooka and then use Zelda version of the game.
That was fast. So I just skipped the final Darknet there.
And funny side fact, this claw shot to skip the Darknet seems super easy. We only found that like a few months ago, 10 years after the game was released.
Yeah, it's really surprising we didn't find it earlier.
It took us fucking 10 years to find out you can skip this Darknet.
By just claw-shotting a torch.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing ever.
And it skips like a good chunk of time, like over 20 seconds.
Alright, so Zelda's an RNG-based fight. The first phase, she flies around, and you want to get 7 cycles. That's the fastest possible way to do it. Before you can hit her 3 times with electric balls.
Nah, you cannot possibly do those Darknets.
And if you do a spin attack right underneath her when she throws it, you can skip doing tennis.
Yeah. So, the least amount of cycles is 7, because between the first and the second ball, right there, you saw a ball, needs to be at least 1 different attack, and between the second and the third there needs to be at least 3 different attacks. So 7 is the best. Those triangle attacks are slow, so you hope to get basically none of those.
That Darknut can't soft lock you.
So far, perfect luck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting a bunch of Triforce attacks, so that's not great, but, how many cycles is this? I forgot to count.
So
What happens is what happens. Diving is good. Diving is always good.
So whenever Zelda does these Triforce attacks, you want to look away from it to reduce lag.
How much time does a dive save over a Triforce attack?
It depends, cause
That was a pretty good fight.
it depends, cause
That was 7 cycles.
if you let Zelda hit you, it's faster than if you await her on the dive. So dives are not always the same speed. You can't really tell.
Oh, I didn't equip the ball and chain. Let's go.
So that was a really fast fight.
Alright, we're good.
So for Beast Cannon, we have a specific strat that gives us a consistent 3 cycle
Alright, first cycle good.
without RNG, and we do 4 individual hits and jump attack 4 individual hits and a full combo, and this gives us a consistent 3 cycle. And there's a corner strat here that saves a little bit of time, like a few frames, and it looks really funny because this can like spawns right in your face. It's funny. So yeah, perfect fight.
So because of the way I attacked his belly both times, you can just do this and he's dead. because that's the maximum amount of damage you can do in one cycle. Jump attack, 4 slashes, and then a full slash combo.
Yeah.
But it's somewhat tight. Like, if you take too long to get there, then he'll get up before you're done.
So, horseback Ganon fight is kind of trolly because
It's very trolly.
there are actually specific patterns that you can use, and SVA did a video comparing all the patterns he did and how you have to move. But since it's so complicated, nobody does it. Like, there is a consistent horseback video.
He still slashed his sword at me for some reason. He's supposed to go around. This is hilarious. I don't know how to... Sometimes I just can't figure out how to get him to go ahead of me, because he's always chasing me. Alright, I got it. I think. Alright, I'm targeting now. I'm gonna have to avoid these ghosts. Yeah, you can just attack them. Oh. Still got it. That was weird. Zelda, you missed. You had one job. Alright, one more hit.
Oh, he still got it.
Ganon likes to make weird turns, so Zelda doesn't hit him. Just shoot him. Zelda, come on. I guess it's my fault, not hers.
Yeah, you can.
I just need to follow his movements really closely.
Yeah. Her aiming is completely reliant on.
Alright, so that was pretty slow, but whatever.
You're actually still saving time if you have a perfect fight.
Alright, iron boots. I gotta remember the boots.
Oh yeah, like that.
You guys paid for it. You gotta get it.
So this will be like 323, 07 or 08. Because if you don't equip iron boots, the final fight from final hit in horseback till final hit, it takes 1 minute and 8 seconds. But yeah, still saving time on the final second.
Let's just hope Ganondorf cooperates. So it's gonna be 323 something.
Yeah, get your guesses in.
Yeah, he jumped
Get your
away.
bets in. Get your bets in. What's the final time? And
That's-
time.
Yeah, that's time.
Also, the final fight really isn't that challenging. Like, you just have to basically quick spin him 3 times and you're done.
Interesting. My timer shows 320, 312.
Yeah, I guess he started a bit late.
That's okay. Alright, so
Oh,
you guys are
no.
gonna see some interesting ending here, because I'm wearing the boots. History,
yeah, that
Light,
was
Shadow,
Twilight
Libra, and Blood.
That was Twilight Princess 80%.
Yeah, there you guys go. That's 90%.
Nice run. I
Thanks.
think
good
my
run.
timer was actually
Thanks,
7
Teach.
but I missed the split button, so it's a 3:23:14. Oh.
This part always confused me. I don't get it. Oh, dead.
So how's this cutscene work?
So, after I kind of show off the iron boots in the ending, I'm gonna load that save that I made before I met Zelda during Minutes Desperate Hour, and I'm gonna do something interesting. You guys might know about it if you saw HDQ or SGDQ a while ago, because Mofat did it, but it is hilarious. The iron boots ending is funniest when Link runs up to Midna. And he runs really fast in them too. Here we go.
And what's kind of mean is when we use Iron Boots, we can't move that fast.
He just really wants to see Midna.
Yeah. I mean, understandable, because look at her.
Yeah, dude.
The sexy Midna. She's the bomb.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the boots. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load that save I made earlier. Should be on file 2.
Glitch
guys-
cutscene time.
You guys ready for this?
No.
So remember this? We were here earlier after beating Lakeman Temple, and that's what we get now. We enter as human, and hello.
Oh god.
So what happens here? The game.
And all the
thinks-
text just fits perfectly.
Yeah, read the text. The game thinks you're, or knows you're supposed to be wolf here, and it applies the human textures to the wolf model. And yeah, it
You must
fails.
have Link.
It fails awfully at doing that. So
Can you just do this in runs all the time?
no.
Damn.
There are actually more cutscenes where you could do that, but
You like the taming one?
yeah, for example.
Oh my god.
Also,
That's terrifying.
it's pretty funny. When
Not to mention the Master Sword is impaling him in the chest, and Zelda's telling
Yeah.
him to go get it.
I like how his
Yeah.
arm is like twitching or whatever that is.
And it gets even funnier when Midna decides to get on his back again.
Oh god.
Go get the Master Sword. Oh wait, what's that impaling you in the chest?
Yeah, sorry, the self-destructor, you're right. But yeah, it's not really working, so... Also, Midna is completely messed up too because of it.
Link's facial expression is just. I'm okay with this. This is fine.
The best thing about Link there is his neck, because his neck is like 5 times as long as supposed to be.
Your moral injuries. What about my physical injuries?
Yeah. But yeah, in this cutscene actually, Zelda is giving up her life energy to save Midna, to rescue Midna. And it's a sad cutscene, but you can't really tell in this context, because it's actually hilarious. No, Link, stop her!
I can't.
Not that Link could stop her in this pose right now, but he's trying hard.
Oh my, that's just the best thing ever. Look at that. You just can't beat that.
And now
His face is over there, But his legs, his legs are over there.
Yeah, that's
What
like
the hell?
that's like the best part of it. And now,
Go, my trusty steed.
How does this even work?
and now Midna is getting back up onto him, so that's the best part. Like she's
my God.
basically sitting somewhere, but don't ask me where.
Oh look, he's all better. Just kidding.
But yeah, that's the fun part about real-time cutscenes.
If you couldn't skip cutscenes, I would do this in runs.
Yeah, definitely.
I think everyone would. Even
no
if it
save
takes a
and
second to transform.
In No Save and Quit, there's actually a point where you have to tame Epona, and you're supposed to do it as human, but since we can switch and transform due to the Master Sword, we do it as wolf because it's faster, and you can see wolf textures on the human skeleton trying to ride Epona, which is
Oh my
like,
God.
which is like as funny as this room right here.
Alright, so that's it. That's Twilight Princess, 90%.
Yeah, thanks for watching, people.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks for doing the run. I thought it was a really good run.
Well, thanks. It's a pretty fun one.
You might not be super happy with it, I don't know, but I think that was pretty good for a marathon.
Self-destructor, you're supposed to be wolf.